Good day, peeps. It's Garfield here, and welcome to episode 8 of the Derby Way. This episode is going to be very different to the last 7. There is going to be no gameplay in this episode. This episode is going to be a simulation of the rest of the season. I will be showing you all the matches, all the results as they come in, the youth squad reports as they come in, the youth scout reports as they come in. That's all going to be in this, and we're going to get straight into the second season. Reasons for doing this: I just feel like the players need that year of a boost. Under normal circumstances, I would have simulated the first season, built a team, and then started, properly in the second season. So that's what I'm going to do now. I definitely feel like it needs it. But add to that, I'm going to be giving the series a bit of a revamp. That means that maybe that on Saturday there is no video. Hopefully there can be. I'll be working on it as hard as I can on Friday evening. So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, enjoy the episode. We're going to get on with it. We'll start straight away with some monthly scouting updates. So from England, we have got 7 results. I think there's a couple left over from the last month, but we're not going to do that no more. I'm going to be on a whim. If they are 90 to 94 at the high end of the potential, they're going to be signed up. So Jonathan Morris, he's going straight into the youth squad. Toby Watson, he's been a reject. Will Brown, reject. Marcus White, we're signing him in. Jonathan Hughes, he's a reject. Taylor Cox, signing him in. And Nicholas Harris is a reject. From Australia, Oliver Bailey, he is being signed into the youth team. Elliot Evans, a reject. Max Hall is a reject. And Jonathan Shaw is also a reject. And Brazil, Guilherme Alvarez is being signed in. Felipe Silveira is also being signed in. And Caio Gomez, he is also going to be signed in. The match against Swindon did not go very well. Derby went down to a 1-0 loss. In the next game away to Lincoln, it went even worse. A 3-1 defeat, with Henriquez getting the goal for Derby. The losses kept rolling in with a 2-0 loss at home to Crawley. The game against Carlisle ended in a 1-1 draw, with Magnuson the goal scorer for the Rams. The last game of 2017 saw us away at Grimsby, and we were defeated 2-0. And the first game of 2018 saw us slump to a 3-2 defeat to Morecambe. Allen and Russo the goal scorers for the Derby County boys. The final youth scout report from Brazil brought back absolutely no one that we would even consider signing into the youth academy, and he will be moving on to the Republic of Ireland. And the final scout report from Australia brought back very little, but Tyler Hall will be brought into the youth academy, and this scout will be moving on to Scotland. The English scout report once again brought back very little, no one that we would consider signing into the youth academy. The scout will continue in England. The game against Sheffield ended in a 2-0 defeat. Derby finally recorded a win with a 2-1 defeat of Cheltenham. Magnuson and Reveredo with the goals. Port Vale defeated the Rams in a 2-0 victory. Towards the end of January, we saw ourselves slump to another 2-1 defeat, this time to Crawley. Henriquez with the goal for Derby. A monthly scouting update from England brought back Sean Hughes. I know we've already got Morgan Hughes, but we're going to sign him into the academy anyway. And Callum Turner, who we're going to sign into the academy also. Stevenage were up next for the Rams, and it's a 1-0 victory. Jackson getting the goal, but Magnuson receiving a red card. Coventry away saw Derby slump to another 1-0 defeat. Start again. The home game against Crewe Alexander saw us slump to a 2-1 defeat. Jamie Jackson was the goal scorer for the Rams. Barnet away followed, and it was another 1-0 defeat. Cambridge came to Pride Park next, and we were defeated 2-0. The youth scout in Scotland returned. Duncan Stewart, Angus Morrison and Riley MacDonald will all be promoted to the Youth Academy. From the Republic of Ireland, Casey Connolly, Brian Moran and Barry Rafferty will all be welcomed into the Youth Academy. The Youth Academy was full. We had to make some decisions. Anyone with the potential under 85 were to be released. The English scout report came back, and once again it was very disappointing, with no players being brought into the Youth Academy. Newport away ended in a 1-0 defeat. Luton Town hosted us for the next game. We were defeated 3-1. Reveredo with the goal for Derby and Henriquez with an injury. And Henriquez would miss the rest of the season through the injury. The match against Forest Green saw Derby win 3-2, with Morgan Hughes, the new boy, Taylor Cox and Pereira on the score sheet. Yeovil were next up for the Rams. It was a 2-2 draw and Pereira got both goals. A 1-0 defeat to third place Mansfield was to follow. Derby hosted top of the table Notts County in the next match, and Pereira got the winning goal. An away trip to Colchester saw us slump to a 3-1 defeat, and it was Ed Allen with the goal for Derby. Exeter were the next visitors to Pride Park, and it resulted in a 2-0 loss. Wycombe were up next, and a 1-1 draw with Morgan Hughes getting the goal for Derby, Magnuson picking up a knock. Lincoln visited Pride Park in the next game, and Derby came out 2-1 victors, Pereira and Russo with the goals, Allen with the knock. The final youth scout report come from Scotland brought back absolutely no one. The final scout report from the Republic of Ireland brought back Andrew Bowen, who shall be signed into the Youth Academy. The scout shall be moving on to Northern Ireland for the next 3 months. The English scout report brought back Jordan Shaw and Aidan Roberts, who will both be getting signed into the Youth Academy. The final game of the season saw us away at Swindon. It was a 1-1 draw, and of course it was that man, Ed Allen, who got our last goal of the season. So at the end of the season the table looked like this. Notts County stormed the league and they got promoted. Colchester and Mansfield followed them. The playoffs, they haven't been played at this point, but in the positions were Wycombe, Coventry, Swindon and Luton. As for ourselves, we found ourselves in 19th, so we dropped tremendously as the season went on. We picked up very few points in the simulations. The teams that finished below was Crewe, Carlisle, Stevenage, Grimsby and Forest Green. But it was close. If you look at the points, it was very close. But the Derby way is to bounce back, and next season we shall be challenging for an automatic promotion, if not the championship itself. And so we will end this season and this episode with a squad report of the players, some new that I've signed up from the Youth Academy, and the old players. These are the players that we'll be going into the second season with. They are Giacomo Romano, he is a 67 overall, he's gone up by 8. Matteo Fontana, he's 58 overall, also gone up by 8. Robin Magnuson, 63 overall, gone up by 5. Taylor Griffiths, 52 overall, gone up by 4. Riley MacDonald, 47 overall, just signed in from the Youth Academy. Brian Moran, 60 overall, just signed in from the Youth Academy. Toby Jackson, 54 overall, gone up by 3, but as addressed in previous episodes, he shall be leaving the club one way or another. Declan Harrison, 53 overall, just signed in from the academy. Jamie Jackson, 65 overall, gone up by 9. Milen Tonev, 57 overall, gone up by 2. Connor Martin, 57 overall, gone up by 12. Magnus Carlsen, 57 overall, gone up by 10. John Lindquist, 63 overall, gone up by 3. Callum Jackson, 52 overall, gone up by 4. Ed Moore, 50 overall, gone up by 5. Iveline Kovdansky, 57 overall, gone up by 2. Duncan Stewart, 47 overall, just come up through the youth academy. Nicola Russo, 62 overall, gone up by 4. Nelson Reverido, 56 overall, gone up by 3. Morgan Hughes, 61 overall, gone up by 4. Renato Pereira, 60 overall, gone up by 8. Vladislav Delev, 58 overall, gone up by 4. Simon Fredrickson, 53 overall, gone up by 7. Jordan Shaw, 62 overall, just signed into the youth academy. Ed Allen, 65 overall, gone up by 15. Rafael Henriquez, 58 overall, gone up by 5. William Berglund, 49 overall, gone up by 3. Marcus White, 56 overall, just signed in from the youth academy. Frederick Lindstrom, 55 overall, he's gone up by 7. Charles Ward, 61 overall, gone up by 10. Declan Alexander, 60 overall, gone up by 1. And finally Taylor Cox, 59 overall, gone up by 3. That completes the squad report. So I apologise, this episode has had no gameplay in it whatsoever. Hopefully you can understand, or you will understand, my reasonings behind it once the revamp comes live. These players are going to go in, and next season we are going to bash it, we are going to hit it, we are going to smash League 2, and we're going to get Derby County to the Champions League and try and win that prestigious title. But until next time, friends, toodles!